Hello, and Typhus here with another game to play. Now, I know it's not a Lundra or it's a Dragon Quest, like I said I might, but literally as I was about to, like the day before I was going to begin recording one of those two, I found about this randomizer. So there's a Spyro 3 randomizer, which is really cool. These two files are just me mucking around. There'll be a link in the description as for like an intro and where to get said randomizer. And as we go through, I'll point out what things get randomized. So we'll take over this one. This one's just one of my ones where I was mucking around. I can't have my Sparks icon because I've got that on another one, so we'll go Moneybags. Obviously this one is being played on emulator. So right off the bat, those who are familiar with the game, note that purple is not the default text color for the, I guess, movie cutscene, what's its subtitle names. So here we are in the Dragonlands, presumably after the massive party bash after Spyro beat the first Nasty Nork. Everyone got completely wasted. Well, that's how I always thought of it as a kid. They're just like completely out of it after a party. So we have mysterious thieves nicking all the eggs because plot demands it. And you can see a few of the dragons from the original game. Because, you know, might as well use the same models instead of having to create new stuff. So at the moment, Spyro's looking pretty normal. Hunter is a complete klutz and falls through the rock. And there may be the odd bit of graphical weirdness in some of the bits, depending on what gets randomized.
We managed to capture the eggs, Your Highness. Every last one.
Excellent. Maybe you will amount to something after all. Now, go guard the tunnels. Stop anyone from coming through.
They do an absolute rubbish job at guarding the tunnels, given how easy Spyro gets through. And Hunter. Yes, for those of you who are not familiar with the game, that was the Sorceress, this game's main villain.
Where are the eggs?
The holes came out on the other side of the Dragon Worlds. We found some of the eggs, but they were too heavy to carry back.
Other side of the world?
The Forgotten Worlds. Spyro, you'll have to go. Nobody else can fit down the holes.
Yeah, come on, let's go!
Immediately after he says no one else can fit through the holes, what does Hunter do? Jumps in the hole, proving that, indeed, Spyro is the only one who fits easily.
Find the eggs and bring them back, Spyro. You're our only chance.
You got it.
And then Spyro just head bashes down into the hole. I really like this music track that plays in here, and that's like the only two cutscenes that it ever shows up in the game, and it's just a really cool track that I like, and you never ever hear it again aside from when you start up a new game. Alright, so right off the bat here, Spyro's looking, his colour's looking a little bit funky. Those eyes are definitely going to be staring into someone's soul. Sparks is also looking a bit different in his colour. On 4 HP he should be a nice glowing gold colour, but no, he is actually quite a fetching purple colour. So what we have here is Spyro and Sparks' colours both get randomised. The gems, locations, whoopsies, they're not randomised. Alright, we've got our first egg here. So this is not Jared in the base game. I have no idea what he's called. I don't remember most of the dragon names, but dragon names also get randomised. And I would have no idea whether or not the dragons themselves also get randomised, because there's a whole bunch of different dragon models. None of them are particularly new. Alright, so with that, there's a skip. You can skip the cutscene if you jump over the trigger. So here we get introduced to our
So, you're the one
villainess.
in charge of rescuing the eggs, huh? How
How sad. Look here, Dragon. If you know what's good for you, you'll turn around and crawl back up that hole you came through. Those eggs belong to us now, and I've hidden them in places you'll never find in 1,000 years. Besides, even if you could find an egg, our expertly trained armies will dispose of you and take it back. Do I make myself clear? If I find you here again, I am going to be very angry. And you won't like me when I'm angry.
That's like the one of the few dialogues that auto cancels out. You can skip it and fast forward it. So normally this would be Sunny Villa, except apparently it's Ocean Oasis. So level names are randomized, just so you can't remember what's where. And we'll talk to our friendly bear Moneybags.
My, how funny to see you here. Why, I haven't seen you since we defeated Ripto in Avalar. Well, my business went into a slump after you left, so I came here and struck up a nice deal with the local sorceress. Lovely woman she is. Seems to be very fond of dragons, too. The sorceress has asked me to guard Sheila the kangaroo. I suppose if you had a bit more money, I'd be willing to let her escape. Then you could keep her for a pet or something.
Alright, let's see how much it costs to get Sheila out of here. 185 gems. Well, that is a bargain, because it's normally about 300 gems to get her. So the cost for the money bags is they're all randomized. Each homeworld has 1 money bags that you have to get whatever the character for that homeworld is, except for the final homeworld. That one's a bit unique. And there is 1 money bags that you have to get through to progress through at least one of the levels. It's like a gatekeeping money bag, so like lowers a bridge, starts some bellows, that sort of stuff. You gotta pay him to get through an access point. Although if you're a speedrunner and you know how to glitch past it, then yeah, you don't have to pay the bear. Alright. So my movement might be a bit janky on this because I'm not playing with analog stick. Because the analog's, I don't know, is a bit twitchy at the moment. Little dudes here. I don't think those little shield dudes can even attack. I'm ignoring all the Zoes. Just because at the all their dialogue is tutorials. Don't need to know that. And I'm not being like super duper. Hello. That should not be there. Super duper careful with with picking up gems and eggs, because you normally pick up way more than you need. So, egg locations randomized, because that is not where an egg should be. Also, 2D is definitely not a standard name for a dragon pup. Alright. So we'll just collect any nice, easily acquired gems and easily acquired eggs. Yeah, there's definitely not an egg normally there. Clemens. I assume that's in reference to something. Dragon names, from what I've found in my like sort of test playthrough of this, they seem to be either some sort of in-joke, or they're a reference to a dragon from the first game. I've seen a lot of those dudes. So I reckon there's a bunch of like devs or like testers and whatnot of community members in the modding community who've wound up with their names referenced. Alright. I like little mare dude.
Thanks for the help, but I think I would have worn him down in a minute.
Yes, all these characters in this world, like Roman senator dudes, they're all lions and they're all the absolute cowards. But you have to get one. So in this game you have to...
For rescuing my town. As mayor, I award you with one of our famous giant chicken eggs.
Which is a dragon egg. Called JT. So we've had 2D and JT in this world. Okay, that's definitely the default animation for that guy. Because I remember he does like the weird chicken dance because he's a chicken egg.
That was the ugliest chicken I've ever seen.
Yes. So the general progression in Spyro 3 is each world you gotta go, besides the final one, you gotta go rescue, save, assist one of the indigenous inhabitants of each of the worlds, so that they help with whatever contraption you're building to get through the world to the next area.
Getting paid of
Alright, money bags. You can have your 185 gems. His sweet naivete. Yeah, so collect the critters in each world, but some portals only unlock if you've got enough dragon eggs.
I hope you appreciate this favor I'm doing in letting you out.
That's good of you, mate. No hard feelings, eh?
Right. After all, I'm just doing my job.
Very accurate for a kangaroo.
I reckon you'd be one of them dragons then.
Yeah, name's Spyro.
Never thought of it to see one. You dragons used to rule this entire world, you know. Then all of a sudden you left. Whew,
Dragons used to live here?
didn't you know? They say it was over 1,000 years ago, I think.
And they just left?
Yeah, and the weird thing is, after they left, all the magic in the world just sort of went with them. I mean, they say this world used to have magic coming out the wazoo. Flying ships, singing forests, wishing stones, you name it. But when the dragons left, it all just dried up.
Is that why some of the portals don't work?
Yeah, they're starting to fade out too, one by one. Well, I gotta get back home and do some damage control. Come visit anytime you like.
Kangaroos are indeed dangerous creatures. They've got really vicious creaks, but also if you happen to be driving along and you see kangaroos on the road, be really careful. They absolutely love jumping out in front of cars. They have like zero danger sense to the buggers. And they'll like just stare at you, and they're like, oh, I know, I'll actually hop across the road.
Thanks again, Spyro. Now I have to find out what that nasty sorceress has done to my home while I was locked up.
Unfortunately, the critter creatures... No, I don't care about what the biddy goes. Critter creatures, they do not appear to be randomized. So, any egg that happens to be spawned in the world, rather than eggs that are given to you by the NPCs, any of those can have their locations randomized. Give me a gem. That's what I need to. But there's no wild eggs in this world. So it's just the 3 eggs that are given to you by the 3 billy goats gruff. Yeah. And in this one, you're just escorting the goats home. So we've got Yeet. Yeet or Jeet? I vote Yeet. Which, escorting the little goats is basically getting rid of the odd enemy, with each goat increasingly more and more enemies, or in the case of this dude, also getting rid of the rock that for some reason got placed in front of his cave. So convenient gems I'll take, but I won't go out of my way unless I get a super duper expensive toll somewhere. There are additional money bags that you can get, and all of those ones block access to dragon eggs, which may or may not be needed. Because as I mentioned rather briefly, some of the portals for the levels are locked off behind a certain amount of dragon eggs. So I don't know how many eggs are required to make it through to the next home world. We've got another chicken dance. And that one looks like a pretty normal name. Oops. I had no idea why I jumped over that dude. Alright, so we can't kick these. And we just have to foot stomp on them. Kangaroos in real life can't really foot stomp like that. They can and will jump over very high fences, though. Alright. Which I guess is why, kangaroos would be a hell of a thing to try and corral. So, that might be why they were never attempted to be domesticated. It's just, can you imagine trying to pen those things? Alright. The enemies that spawn from the little huts there, the mushroom things that I just, head stomped, those don't drop any gems. Most enemies will drop a gem, Except for those ones, because they are technically infinitely respawning. Ah, bugger, I do have to kill the buggers. Forgot about that. Alright, so we've taken 1 point of damage, and Sparks is now golden. Instead of the blue colour he should be. And that's almost... get up there, Sheila. Come on, double jump. Alright, let's get our egg. Spinner. I hope that there is a dragon somewhere called Fidget. And we get another little cutscene. Look at Hunter's strut there. It looks so funny. He's such a klutz.
Ooh, look out, Hunter. It's the scary sorceress.
I've warned you already. This place isn't safe for small dragons and pussycats.
Thanks, but I think we can look after ourselves.
Try looking after this.
Ba-donk.
Come back when you finish witch school, okay?
Say, is it just me? Or is she kind of cute when she's angry?
Spyro's expression of facepalm. And also Hunter, really, you fall for her after literally seeing her once? I mean, I guess kind of he sees the backside of her. So, oh, Sheila's level? Sheila's towers. Right, so now we get our, whoops, gliding tutorial. Press X to jump.
I saw something.
Yep, Hunter, don't care about what you say. Aquarium mines. So the level names seem to be based... Oh my gosh. Alright, well, screw that. That's only a potential egg there. Level names are based on... seems to be from a pool of... some stuff from the original games. Okay, so we need 12 eggs here. And how many eggs do we need for over here? 16. Yeah, yep. Which is actually a bit more than usual. So I'll have to collect a few more eggs. We get Albin. And we should collect a bit more gemmies that are nice and convenient around here. Charging underwater is the only way to travel underwater. So those are the other 2 levels that I will have to complete to clear this homeworld. And obviously the boss. Come on, Spyro. Alright, what do we got? 28 eggs there. Ooh, that's a fairly high one, but that level there is a speedway level. Alright, we've got Eric. Eric the half a bee. Please tell me someone gets that reference. And normally this one has an egg in it. Oh, it still has the egg in it. And we have Lloyd. I don't know if that one counts as one that can have its location randomized. So we've got 10 eggs, which means we just need another 2 eggs to get to Tiki Lodge, and then 6, well, another 4 after that to get to Snappy the Seal's place. Sorry, it's not going to be Tiki Lodge. Oh, shush. Yeah, don't care about that, Hunter. Alright. Aquaria Mines, was it? Which is probably the most inaccurate title for this level, given that it is not aquatic, and is very definitely not underground. But we have a whole bunch of armless enemies here. And this is the level with the other money bags that we do have to pay. Rather than the optional ones that we don't have to pay. Alright. I am not listening to all the NPCs dialogue. That'll just take way too long. And most of it's not that interesting. Few of them have good dialogue. Yes, one other thing that I forgot to mention is music in the levels is randomized. Balls, I run into Zoe. Yes, tutorial Zoe. Yes, music in the levels is randomized, but because, like, the music in this game, for the most part, just blends into one blob to me. It's, yeah, I have no idea what belongs with what. Like, I've completed this game and played this game a heck of a lot. In fairness, I haven't played this game much in the last few years. The last time I played Spyro 3 was playing the reignited version, which does have adjusted music. And if you haven't had a chance to, I do recommend the reignited trilogy. Hey, I got a proxy bounce off that?
Well, if it isn't my
All
favorite
right.
dragon. The sorceress has put me in charge of guarding these bellows. However, I suppose I might look the other way if I was distracted by counting gems.
Not subtle, hint, hint. 445! Woo, that's a bit more expensive than normal. Normal, I'm pretty sure that's 100.
Yes, precious, precious gems. Well then, Spyro, you may now use the bellows any time you wish. Best of luck on your little egg hunt.
So, let's see. I think we've still paid less than what you would normally pay with money bags. For those the two money bags is that we've had to pay. Alright.
Remember?
Yes, Zoe, I remember. So in this world, I do want to collect 2 gems. Whoop, zap. Yeah, what? Okay, Sparks. Hello, you are drunk and upside down. And you're upside down and drunk on the menu. Okay, that's a really cool Sparks. I kind of want to keep you like that, Sparks, with you being upside down like that. Just because you look so derpy. But I do also want to not die. Wait, die.
Oh, you activate.
Yes, we activated all the cloud bellows, helped the citizen, and now forevermore this level will have rain. Oh, and then egg shot out of the cloud generator. I guess they thought it was a potato and used it to chunk.
Must have been using this thing to clog up the clouds.
Yes, they were using Trondo. That's a cool name. Alright, so off you scuttle to the homeworld. We have 11, so we still need another egg. At least one. This here portal happens to have this challenge.
Our son.
Alright. Well, we're in here, so we're doing this one. So it's an escort where we have to escort the sun seeds into the pot. If you leave them alone for too long, they end up fizzling and dying because they need heat, they like lava. Alright, let's help. And it's not exactly a hard one, just charge after them to make sure that you get to the dude fast enough. Yeah, as you see, he begins to scream when he is not getting his flames and jump around, and he eventually sort of shrinks in size and eventually poofs out, and then you just get another one. If he does. Whoops. But yeah, relatively... oh. Wow, that one is a very fast one. Gotcha. And now the 3 sun seeds merge into one glorious sun. Their sunglasses are kind of cute. They've got cool shades.
That's what I call it.
Sun with sunglasses, and we have barley corn. Okay. Oh, it works for his colouring. So that's our egg requirements for the Tiki Lodge, or whatever the Tiki Lodge happens to be renamed into. There you go. Cool. Up there on the whirlwind is another egg challenge, but we shouldn't need that. So we can go do Tiki Lodge next. So we've got Green Nork home. Fair enough. Oh, God.
I saw something.
Right. Well, to shut you up, Hunter, I will come over here and get... I think you give us an egg, don't you?
Oh, I almost...
Oh, he found this egg. Almost forget, he had Nicholas in his pocket. That'd be... Actually, Hunter, where do you pull these eggs out from? You have no clothing, no pockets. They just magically appear. Alright, introduction to our first power-up. Flight. Because obviously normally Spyro can only glide for a little bit. And normally this would be where you find a egg. Except the egg is not here, it is somewhere else. That might have been the one that I found next to the portal that the Speedway is in. Right. So let's see, what have we done so far in this home world? Oh, we've got all the eggs from this area. Nice. We've got half the eggs there. One of them requires Sheila and two of them require skating. Have got like two of the ones there. The run along the wall one could have spawned anywhere in the level. Got all the ones there. And then we have... here. Tikis. Alright, so we've got Alpine Patties. I mean, it's a volcanic crater, so that's Alpine, I guess. Not quite sure Patties is the right descriptor for it, though. But that'll do it for this episode. Next time, we'll be finishing up this homeworld by the looks of it. Only 2 more levels to go, plus a boss. Alright, and catch you next time. This is Type This Out. Have a good day, guys.